Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda. So now that my walls were constructed and put in place, I just started thinking seriously about the next step. Trusses. So before I got really serious about trusses for my home, I literally drove all around the Sierra Vista area and just looked at different roof pitches. And so finally I decided on a 312 pitch, it's called, for my 16 by 40 cabin. So I really like the modern day style of that pitch, and it has an added bonus that the slope is really gentle, meaning when you're up there doing work as a senior like myself, then there's less of an incline, making it much safer. So of course I wanted all this to be cost effective, and at first I considered building them myself. But in the end, I considered this is going to be pretty difficult from an engineering perspective, and I'm not going to really save very much money. So the next step was looking around for somewhere I could get my trusses made that was affordable and they could deliver. That was important. So after an online search, I was pretty surprised, to be honest, that there was a truss company right here in Sierra Vista. Didn't have to drive to Tucson or anywhere else. They were local. So after a phone consultation, I learned what I needed and placed my order. So what seemed like no time at all, I got a call from James, and he said, "Don, your trusses are being made as we speak." So I was super anxious just to see how you make a truss, first of all, and just what mine were going to look like. I was really excited. And I feel like saying, drum roll please, these are my trusses being made. This is so cool being on site and watching my trusses being manufactured. Amazing stuff. So James, this particular truss, is that kind of the biggest you guys make, or?
No, we make up to 60 feet.
60 feet?
60 foot long trusses.
Oh, so my little trusses are like a toy for you guys.
Yeah, well, they're easy. They don't take much time.
So James, what was really cool for me is that my job's pretty small potatoes, so I'm just amazed that you're kind enough to supply me with what I need.
And we do all of them, from little tiny jobs up to very large jobs. So we don't take we don't care.
So if I had off-grid friends and said, look, hey, I'm doing a tiny cabin, I'm doing a cabin my size, which is 640 square feet essentially, you guys would
absolutely
set them up.
Not a problem.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yes.
Yeah, and what I like too is I shop around for prices, and
right.
Like your prices are awesome. Quality of the lumber looks good. Can you tell me a little bit about where you get the lumber?
Most of our lumber is structural lumber, right? You can't pick up most of this at Home Depot or Lowe's.
Okay.
It's a structural lumber, and we do use a number 2 that you could locally pick up for the webbing. But as far as structure goes,
yep.
It's a Canadian-based lumber, comes out of Canada.
Hey, I think a lot of great things come out of Canada. Obviously, you guys have to buy in bulk to make it worthwhile for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Obviously, we get better pricing the more we buy, so to keep our prices low and be able to sell them to you guys at a great rate, Yeah. That's what we do. So.
Awesome. Goodness, I placed my order. It wasn't very long ago. And you guys are working on them already? What's up with that?
So we're, smaller trusses like yours, we can kind of get them in the schedule and bang them through. It's the big jobs. It's a delivery issue, You're local, real local.
Yeah.
We deliver to all of Cochise County, parts of Pima County, Graham County. We do all the way over to Portal, Arizona. So we have a fairly, large area that we deliver to.
So you can deliver them right to my yard, and then I'll get them, and just...
right to your job site, no problem. They come on a big flatbed. We roll them right off. It's on a roller trailer. Roll them right off onto your job site.
Okay. And is it pretty easy? Like my driveway, I've got pretty open driveways, so it's pretty easy to get in. And so, of course, that's probably kind of important.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's a 53-foot truck and trailer, and so it's nice to have a driveway and an access, to have accessibility to the job site, obviously. Yeah.
That makes sense. Because if I remember right, if I looked at the specs, my heaviest truss is something like 80 pounds or something like that.
Right. Yeah. They're not very heavy. Right.
Yeah. So even like a real fit person could actually,
one at a time them
really, if they really want to get a workout, If I was just a tiny cabin, you guys could do trusses, and then if there was like some home way over near New Mexico border, like in Portal, big giant home that needed trusses, you guys could supply them.
Absolutely.
Way cool.
Yeah, we're working on, as a matter of fact, the house that we're building there on the big table right now, that one's 11,000 square feet. So it's a huge house, with a truss span of 57 feet. So yeah, there's going to be, that one's going to be a big job.
Yeah, and I just really appreciate you just taking all the personal time with me. That's
no problem.
Just crazy cool. So,
Thank you.
Brother. I so appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
So, fantastic experience at Southwest Truss Company. What I loved was they're really local, which was an easy drive to their office, so I could sit down and just talk about what I needed for trusses. All my questions were answered. I actually changed my order, and that was no issue. Just excellent service. And I can't say enough good things about my experience. Absolutely loved this company and how they helped me with my trusses. So I hope this information was helpful for other off-grid folks or anyone that's doing a project where you need trusses. For more information, give Southwest Truss a call at 520-378-2302, or you can drop them an email. Thanks so much, and we'll see you on another video.